Hi everyone. How are you today? Hi everyone. I am Modern Mulan, today's host for Apeiron's AMA, brought to you by Railings University and Play It Forward. Hello sa mga maaga dyan. Jules, hello, how are you? Edo Irawan. Hi, Stephanie. Are you fam? Hello, Nathaniel. Hello po. And yes, we have an exciting AMA today, and of course, a very special guest just for you guys. And make sure to tune in and prepare your best questions because at the end of our AMA, we'll be choosing five of those questions. And remember, we have a 1,500 USDC prize pool at stake. So we also have whitelists to give away if you guys are interested. Corn Van, hello. Jose Abuyo, hello. Justin, make sure to tap your screens, give us some hearts para may energy tayo for tonight. And please don't forget to share our live stream. We also have our Discord accounts linked if you guys want to be a part of our community. We have those there. Hi, Jules. Hello. Valine, hello. Are your questions ready? Sualp, hello. Mikai, hello. How's everyone? Hi again, Stephanie. Thank you so much for all the love and for staying up. I know you guys are as excited as I am. So, without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to Frank Chen, the co-founder of Apeiron.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
hi,
Oh,
Mulan. Oh,
hi. I
I'm
heard that you were coming from another AMA. How was your day?
great. It's crazy because I'm trying to close the seed round and I'm trying to launch
Mhm.
my NFT pre-mint next Thursday, and so everything's coming up together. But it's great.
Yeah.
Um, Everything is progressing nicely, and I was just having an AMA with Zombie Club, one of our
Mm.
early investors and really much my college friends, so to speak. Not the
Oh,
same college
wow.
during college years, and yeah, happy to run back into them. And they're doing NFTs.
That's
Uh,
good to hear. And I think one of the interesting things about crypto is that not only do you meet new people, but you also get to reconnect with old friends, right? And
Great,
um, I I know your schedule has been really crazy, so we appreciate you taking the time to answer our burning questions.
great. It's been my pleasure. I've always wanted to do an AMA for Play It Forward and rank Railing University, so to speak, and finally get the chance.
And we're so happy to have you here as well. I know I'm sure you've done a million of AMAs. I mean, you just came one from now. So to make this different and quite more challenging, you'll be playing a Tetris game during the AMA. Are you up for the challenge?
Yeah, of course. I'll just be talking gibberish half the time, or you have, or otherwise
this
I'll
is
have to play a really crappy game. But let's go. But
this is to keep you awake and to test your concentration.
of course. But
All right,
I
I think
there's another problem. I can't seem to find the button to change the alignment of this Tetris thing.
that's the challenge.
On the mobile phone, I can do that.
Mhm.
Anyway, yeah, let's keep going.
All right. So let's first talk about what is your role in the project?
My goal in the project, well, Apron is really trying to oh my god, I absolutely try to fail now. Uh, Really, an attempt to recreate Black and White, a spiritual successor of the 2001 PC God game.
Mhm.
And what's that sound? Did I mute? Oh, no, no. There's a background music over here. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I wasn't into game development. I was a gamer all my life, actually.
Mhm.
And it's been my dream to create my own game. And Black and White is one of my favorite games, and one of the games that you really can't see nowadays in the market. And my God, I really can't play games while I talk. Okay,
But
start with this one
it's
first.
still a high score.
Oh well, it's just me playing by myself.
let's
And
try to guess. Let's try to guess like what's your highest score for the night?
well,
Can you make it to 30,000?
Okay, well, 30,000. Well, I can just finish the introduction first. Let me jump back to the screen. Am I still doing okay? Oh my god. Okay, so Apeiron is my baby. It's my passion project. It's a god game, a recreation of black and white, and it's really a lot of different games that came across my life and combined in this game. And it's my attempt to present a unique and original gameplay, story, and mechanisms to the gaming industry, not just blockchain actually, because Apeiron was originally developed on the mobile platform, being a mobile game that is. But yeah, it never really fit well because the gameplay, the scope, and the complexity grew over the 6 years that we've been developing together with our team. And so we were finding new models and came the token-driven model introduced by Axie Infinity in the blockchain and NFT technology. And we studied it extremely extensively. And we found it to be a great model with which great games, complex games, can be built upon. So we remodeled our project, our game, so to speak, and added 2 new game mechanics into it, together with 4 game mechanics: the god game simulation, the card-based action battle, and reset mechanisms and breeding mechanisms to create Apeiron you see today, which is well, you can't wait to bring this project out. It's a different play and learn game. It's a different blockchain game, we like to call it. Not learned. It's a play and earned. It's a blockchain game at heart. And the main difference, this product with other products you see on the coming, is that Apeiron is a game built with game mechanisms and gameplay at its heart. And tokenomics is wrapped around it nicely. All other games mostly is built with tokenomics at its core. This is that difference, but we hope you'll enjoy it. Anyway, well, back to you before I go babbling and let me play another game.
Yeah, it is a very unique project. I mean, there are so many details in here, not only like the gameplay, which we'll talk about extensively in a while, but also I told myself to wait until like the middle of the AMA to ask this, but there's a try currency happening there, so I'm really interested in asking about your plans there. But yeah, overall it is a very unique concept, so let's dive right in and talk about like the details of the actual gameplay. What do you say are the key features in this project and its competitive advantages, because there are so many other play to earn games available? Why should they immerse themselves in here?
Well, Apeiron's gameplay elements and story and game mechanisms is something that you can experience even in the physical gaming world. A lot of the games you see nowadays, they're games that are built based on the existing game mechanisms and models and storylines. Well, not storylines; they have different stories. But really, there's a lot of different. Oh my god, this is very tough. I'm trying to speak. Where was I? I'm lost in my train of thoughts. And so the unique difference here is not just gameplay, but the mechanisms and the direction with which Apeiron is going to take. There's going to be 3 tokens. What the hell? Why can't I fit this in?
You can't you flip it?
Okay,
Oh,
no.
that worked. That worked.
Well, I can't flip it. I think there must be a button, or it's flipping on its own. But anyway, almost 30,000 until next
Yeah,
time.
almost.
But the main difference here is the different elements of Apeiron. All mechanics, all gameplay, and all storytelling is different. Even our stance on how we're going to approach our community and our token launch to our 3 token launch is all different. But is it better? Well, it's for you guys to find out. The 3 token economy I'll explain later. But the main draw is that Apeiron is what? How should I put it? It's the work over 6 years, and over the lives of over 30 employees for 4 years, 5 years for 20 of them, and 6 years for 15 members. And it's a project that's it's been in concept and prototype for a long time. We prototyped 5 different gameplay styles to come to today's unique play style, and then for the block, we remodeled even more. And it's a new system, one that we aim to really try to solve the the equation of blockchain, and for a sustainable economy. It's our own unique take, and it's not something simple. And at the core is the game. Apeiron is not just a game. How should I put it? There's a franchise element, an esports element, and a longer roadmap. And the main difference you can tell is, well, you can take a look at our team unlock that unlocks, and I think around 2 to 3 months after game launch. But the vesting is at 18 months, 6.66 years.
I wanted to open that up. It says 80 months. That's a long time. It just really reflects your commitment to building the game.
Yeah, it's our little commitment. It took us 6 years to build it, and we don't mind staying here for another 6. Because Apeiron is not just a single gameplay experience that we want to build that lasts 6 months or 1 year. We're trying to get 30 times, 50 times token price jump, and then just get it over with. It's actually a franchise that we are trying to build. There's 12 technology galaxies in the game map. All 12 of them are giant expansion packs. That's worth 6 to 8 years worth of content development here, and we want to develop Apeiron into first from a blockchain game to an esports games, and then to a franchise. And we have giant plushie dolls in production. We have story elements. We have animation shorts with virtual stuff, and then a lot of the strategic investors we are inviting into the cap table are related to esports, licensing, and other gaming industries. And it's a grand endeavor, a crazy endeavor. I'm trying to meet crazy people along the way, and I'll explain a bit more later.
It is a very grand endeavor, and I'm glad that you mentioned your roadmap, because later on we'll be tackling more about what you have planned for the future. But let's focus on what we have now. What are your current most pressing goals for right now?
Well, right now is my pre-sale. Plan the pre-sale next week. Coming Thursday, April 14th, is our first NFT pre-sale, selling our first generation planets, the generation 0, really. I have to fit this in. Okay, and so yes, these planets are very special. They will be the planets that will be populating the entire universe of Apeiron. And the ultimate value of these first planets is the ability for them to breed. There's only 4,589 of them in the beginning phase, and throughout from late May or early June all the way to oh my god, this is tough.
No, that's so challenging.
Toughest AMA I've did ever. Ooh, not that bad. I have to focus. There's 7 seconds. Oh, this will be a 3-hour AMA, Mulan.
I'm okay. Let's not sleep. Oh, it's a new record.
Yes? Okay, well. No, it's not. It's just the second press. Anyway, so on to the roadmap. Yes. First, the planet pre-sales. The primeval planet pre-sales coming up next Thursday is the first planets that can breed. All planets can breed, actually, but these will be the ones that will breed into 350,000 planets upon game launch in October. And the breeding mechanism is fun. We devised it based on the existing breeder model, and we add a unique twist and flavor to it.
It is even the name. It's called Celestial Conjunction, right?
Oh yeah, because well, in order to incorporate breeding into our gameplay, we came up with the ridiculous idea to breed planets. But honestly,
I know, it was so unique. So do they have genders?
The planets? Actually, we try to remain politically neutral, so there'll be different. There will be different body shapes for the creatures that come from planets. But it's not necessary to be of the opposite body shape to breed. Any planet can breed themselves, and can breed with another planet. You need to own 2 planets. If you manage to own 3, you can actually, just like Axie, trigger an infinite breeding cycle, so to speak. So yeah, that's a good goal for people who want to be breeders, or to actually try to endeavor to start their own gaming guilds. To when you breed all the way down to October, you can rent out your planets. We have an in-house scholarship system, scholarship management tools for players to learn.
Mhm.
Of course, there's another thing. Apeiron is positioning itself as a premium paid app experience. And with win to earn and team and earn elements, we don't position ourselves as free to play actually, or play to earn. The free to play elements, with which a lot of new games and with which the new Origins model is taking, is one that we're deviating from.
Mhm.
Originally, I was thinking that too, but talking with a lot of different gaming guilds and meeting with a lot of great minds behind these gaming guilds, I found that the gaming guilds is actually the best answer to free to play.
Yeah.
Because gaming guilds themselves are the best free-to-play portals into really many blockchain games and beyond. They are the best user acquisition models. They have to evolve along the way, and those are evolving into more complex.
Mhm.
The dream for scholars to play and earn in the beginning becomes a dream to own the NFTs, a dream to specialize in different varieties in the Web3 space, and to build their own portfolios, so to speak, along the way. And gaming
Mhm.
guilds are these portals, such as Railings University. The name in itself is telling you it's not just a gaming guild that onboards scholars. It's
Yeah.
more. It's more than just scholars or grinders or playing.
Mhm.
It's really an educational system where it educates you along the way, not just in games, but other Web3 projects or other games. And really, I want to partner up with a lot of them. And to this day,
Mhm.
there's 23 gaming guilds that I'm going to partner with.
Wow, so many in the Philippines alone. 23.
Not Philippines alone, all over the world. I I seek each and every one of them myself. I talk to them,
Mhm.
I look at their roadmaps, their developments, and I'm proud to say that I even jump into their Discords to look at their community members and their scholars, because the quality of a guild comes in the quality of the scholars. It's the community. So I take a deep
Yeah.
look at the conversations and the happiness and how duty,
Mhm.
how fun they are. And those that I select, only two of them run on the scholarship model uh, in their roadmaps. All other ones focus on different developments, play
Mhm.
win to earn, esports hosting, esports, metaverse platforms, uh, there's node farming, programming expertise, and even different communities that work closely with their physical community and their industries in their towns or regions, and provide a very different, unique perspective. And I like all of them. And these I continue to meet every day, almost 5 gaming guilds of all sizes every day, just so I can find the unique blend of well, not just investors but players,
Mhm.
people for Apeiron, because only in the small to mid-sized gaming guilds can I find the true unique flavors and seasoning and spices for not just my cap table, but really for the future gamers.
Yeah. I love how much you immerse yourself with these different guilds. You not only be a part of their community, you actually join their Discord and um, you know like see how they really engage. But you also consider them, like you take in their perspectives, and as a former gamer yourself, you know how to take like criticisms or recommendations objectively. So that's really good, and I think it would be also very vital to the success of Aperon. So you've mentioned there is going to be a renting and scholarship feature, right? So how about other player incentives? Can you share with us how can people earn from this as well?
Well, actually, the one thing we position ourselves is, well, first, uh, this is not a play to earn game. This is a
Mm-hmm.
paid app with win to earn and team and earn elements. But of course,
Mm-hmm.
there are multiple ways to earn as well. Oh, I think I can break my record. 1 second, I have to focus on this game a little more.
Oh wow, yeah.
As for the the pressure, the pressure.
So
Oh,
tricky. Ah!
hasty, hasty, hasty. Oh, so
Oh
hasty.
no, that
Well,
was a
wait,
perfect fit
hasty,
for that area.
I know. This is the education for the Web3 crowd. Be patient. Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh, flip it.
Oh,
There we go.
Um, 10 seconds. Just let me focus on this. I'm a gamer at heart, so when
Yeah,
I'm,
go ahead.
I
Your
must focus.
competitive spirit is showing, and
Yes,
we welcome it here.
I have to, I have to get competitive. Oh,
Mhm.
oh, oh, come on, that's 1 second. Oh, come on. Oh,
60,000.
let's try to break 100,000.
63. Okay, 100.
Okay, what was the question? I absolutely forgot.
Oh no, I think I forgot too.
Oh my god. Um,
We can't do this.
important. It was very important because I remember. That's why I couldn't answer it during the gameplay. But what we're asking? Can we ask some?
Oh, you're positioning yourself like not directly as a play to earn, but you do have play and earn
How do they
elements.
earn? How do players earn? Well, let's go from the players first. As a player, the planets come in a reset cycle. It's one of the mechanisms that we implemented from roguelike dungeons and Slay the Spire games and tap games actually. So in that one, you'll be grooming your planets, playing around with the dudes, and then you'll fight some battles. But early in the lower levels, you'll find yourself stuck pretty early, and that's when you should reset your planet. When you reset your play progress, so to speak, you will earn play-to-earn tokens and you will level up. And as you grow, as you level up, you'll grow more impressive planets, and then you'll be able to reset faster. But of course, ultimately, how to earn play-to-earn tokens is by resetting the planets. And the late levels, when the planet is larger and bigger, you can only reset it once a week. So it's not a daily thing you do. What we position Apeiron is it's really a game for you to enjoy and play, and the earning aspect comes in the forms of the weekly resets. And upon reset, not just do you earn play-to-earn tokens, you have the ability to mint, to create some of the equipment NFT, the relics. And these equipment can be sold on the marketplace. But this is just the single-player part of the equation, and it's on a weekly basis at least. The more desirable NFTs need longer time. But ultimately, how do you efficiently earn in Apeiron? It's by teaming up. Apeiron is about alliance gameplay, group dynamics, and multiplayer gameplay. And all the best rewards lies in our third token, the alliance team to earn tokens. And in order to participate those, you need to join an alliance. You need to orbit around a star or a land. And then only then you can team up with other players in the same solar system, so to speak, in the same system, in the same gaming guild. And you can take on the late game challenges to earn regularity as a team. To these team to earn tokens, because it is team to earn tokens that will unlock some of the best rewards, the best liquidity pool staking mechanisms and staking mechanisms in game, and to really generate yields and other rewards. And of course, there's the other equation. If you're not a gamer, you can just invest in
Flip the NFTs.
You can flip them, yes. There are different breeding mechanisms, and that's one interesting breeding mechanism in Apeiron. Because in order for you to breed, most planets come with the 4 elements. This is pretty important to know, actually, in the coming presale. There are 5 different tiers in the presale. There are loot boxes that opens up different chances to open up different tier element planets. The most basic element mix is 4-element mix, actually. As you move up the rarity to 3 elements, to 2 elements, and to 1 single purified element, it becomes more powerful. And when you breed, when you find other planets to breed with, you want to find the ones with the same elements. For example, a fire element, Mulan, you will want to breed with another fire element. If you breed with another element like a water element, you will dilute your element down to a fire and water.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't want that. You want to breed up to get more powerful planets. So upon breeding, everyone will try to find on the marketplace the same elements as they do. If you don't want to, if you think the price is right, you can flip it and sell it to the other breeder. And the other breeder, getting the other planet, will be able to breed. They'll be able to breed a new planet and the fire and water planets, and it grows and expands exponentially. And with breeding and everything, you can either sell the new one or you can save it up, because these rare planets will be the most viable planets, and they will be fetching a very decent price upon launch as well. And by holding 3 of them, you can actually breed continuously into
Wow.
And it's the main draw of breeding games. But of course, we have other things that prevent the overpopulation of planets. And so yeah, and then for the extra planets, you can flip it, or you can rent it out for future players. Start your own gaming guild, start your own gang, and they can play your planets. They can reset, and you can split the winnings with them, the earnings with them. The other way is to invest in our star NFTs. These are more price and comes in June. But in order to start an alliance, you need a star. And the star can be rented out for other players to play or for other players to orbit. And once they orbit around you, every time they complete a guild alliance-based challenges, the regularity, the third token that's generated, feeds back to the star owners. It's a spread. And of course, finally, you can just invest in the tokens, stake them, liquidity pool stake them for yields and generations. If you look into our token allocations, we actually have a hefty allocation in yield. Well, yield is also our ecosystem and our treasury, but a high yield is essential to lock liquidity and to so yes, we have a hefty yield allocation. But of course, not all yield generates just the token itself. I think it's a self-eating process, a Ponzi scheme at the core. So we're not trying to do that, but we're trying to do something different. But I can't dive too more until the game is launched because it's a new model and we want to be special about it. And I think that covers most of the earning mechanisms in Apeiron that I can discuss right now. There'll be more, but I think that's enough for everyone to chew on right now.
Yeah, and I love that you mentioned like different aspects of it, whether you are a player, an investor, an NFT flipper, there's something for you in Apeiron. So one of the things that you mentioned is the relics, right? Now, I've also read in your white paper that your planets also age in real time. So the older the planet is, the more relics and planetary wonders that it can use and maintain. And then there's a process to speed that up, right? So can you talk to us about this age speeding process?
Well, the planet aging is a unique little mechanism that my co-founder and I came up with because I love drinking and cheese. And well, in order to avoid overpopulation and to spend some play-to-earn tokens to further enhance the value of NFTs, we introduced the idea of aging. Every planet, once minted, begins to age. One day of our lives is 1 year of the planet, NFT's lives. So after 30 days, after it's minted, it becomes 30 years old. The older it gets, the more relics, the more equipment you can equip onto your planet, and the more better the equipment they can be. So players will really, oh my god, what did I do? It's attracting me. I think this is an in-game mechanic that actually gives me easier pieces along the way, and then to keep me hooked.
I think so too.
Or am I just getting better?
Maybe the latter. Hopefully, you're just getting better.
We'll see. But anyway, so yes, the planet aging. The older your planet gets, the more equipment and the more editable gene slots, actually, we call them. Of concept the truth. So I'll just say these are the equipment you can mint and create onto your planets and enhance your planets. So players would want to oh my god.
Oh, 129.
And then so yes, the older the planet gets, the more desirable it is, the more valuable it is. But what happens? How do you age your planet? First, by waiting, or by orbiting around a star and the sun. Because if you orbit around the sun and star due to gravity, the speeding of the limit, the time speeds up, and you can age your planet faster. The more heavier the star, the more better the star is, the faster you can age your planets. Of course, there's also a mechanism. Our NFT burning and our play-to-earn burning mechanism is chrono merging. That means you can consume another planet's age, consume another planet, and add its age to your own. The idea is, well, you'll be breeding a lot of planets every month, and there'll be a lot of planets in the marketplace. Some good, some bad, some absolutely horrible, and some of the really decent ones. But there are times when the least desirable ones will become desirable over time, because with time, given time, even the most least desirable planets become old. A 300-year-old planet, and you'll want to add that planet's age back to enhance the age of your more desirable planets, especially in the coming guild wars, the clan wars, the alliance battles, seasonal and operational events that will happen, and you want to level up as a guild to participate in these wars. and these wars last sometimes a week and several days. And there'll be times when you need to gain that extra level, that extra equipment slot to give you that edge, and it will trigger
Mm-hmm.
players to really try to age their planets quickly. But of course, those that prepare themselves ahead of time will identify the older planets early and age their planets
Mm-hmm.
along the way. This is burns the excess planets, the less
Mm-hmm.
desirable planets, while enhances the values of the existing planets.
Yeah.
Token-driven model we're introducing in Apeiron is one that is used to create and enhance the values of NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
This is our take on the original Axie model because we believe what gave birth to the entire play to earn, to the gaming guilds, to the
Mm-hmm.
schools, to the breeding mechanisms, actually started off from a broken and tokenomic loophole that allowed Axies to be priced at $200. And from this loophole, the barrier of entry is $600. This idea of NFT ownership and the idea that it could grow so large gave birth, really, in our eyes, to the entire play to earn economy. And actually, we want to recreate that to position Apron as a unique digital entertainment experience with
Mm-hmm.
a higher price value NFTs that will continue to grow with utility, valuations, use, and future, of course, content expansion packs, and a very aggressive esports and merchandising and licensing campaign to enhance the values of the NFTs and to integrate into the future metaverse. Of course, that's a lot to take in. But yeah, we want our NFTs to remain higher priced and to
Mm-hmm.
continue to grow in value because that's the core of NFTs. The player ownership
Yeah.
should be able to enhance via play and dedication, enhance what they owned. But what
Mm-hmm.
about free to play? What about adoption? What about user acquisition? That's all 23 and growing gaming guilds that will partner with Apron. They
Mm-hmm.
are the free-to-play portals into Apeiron. They will offer free-to-play experiences, education, their own incentives, and to help us solve the user acquisition model. Because gaming guilds is growing and growing even faster than the play-to-earn games, and in general, I think they are one of the fastest growing and the most important fundamental cores in the future of Web3.
Yeah.
It is up to the gaming guilds to evolve beyond just scholarship models, but to really educate the Web3 crowds into different, more sophisticated users to get the
Mm-hmm.
uplift in economies from around the world. And it's a great grand endeavor, and I really love it. The more I speak to them, the more I dream about
Mm-hmm.
this digital nation of the ultimate metaverse, with the gaming guilds as the core residential areas, the core residents of this space, and it's up to the gaming guilds to educate them further to provide quality uh, members of this digital nation. Well, anyway,
Mm-hmm.
babbling. Please continue.
What you know what I love about this? So we were talking about chrono merging, and not only is it also another unique concept, but it also applies to what you were saying about the guilds. So in chrono merging, right? You merge, you combine the two, and then you have this better product. And I see that with your project plus gaming guilds, you both are combining your strengths, and you're basically helping each other up. So I just wanted to point out, like, it's a good metaphor as well for what you were sharing with us. And again, um I'm really amazed by how involved you are in the project, not only like with the concepts and these unique features that you guys are building up, but with overall, like, talking to guilds, communities, because you could easily hire someone else to do that for you, but here you are speaking to us directly, talking to these guilds yourselves, and really analyzing if this is a good partnership for the project. So we've been hinting about the innovative try token driven structure, but we haven't really
Can I tell you a little
um
secret, Luna?
yeah, sure.
I actually, in my beginning of my endeavor, in my pitches, in my decks, I actually
Mhm.
avoided gaming guilds really, because in the beginning I always thought that gaming guilds are just scholarship systems that
Mhm.
you, extract resources from the economy and prevent growth for the economy, and it's really I don't get the existence. But
Mhm.
one of the main things about me, I guess, is well, I like to learn and I like to evolve,
It
and,
shows.
and I like to even and oh my god, this sucks. Uh, um, I the more people I talk to, I want to learn different ways to interact with them, to learn and to build my pitch and my deck and my form of the game. Because Apeiron is
Mm-hmm.
really it's a game that's, although may sound very complex, but with
Yeah.
years of development and with the experience of our team, well, actually, I'm the least experienced, actually, but I'll tell more about that later. But we built it in a model that's highly flexible. Parts of
Mm-hmm.
variable models that could be plugged, played, and removed anytime we want to provide a flexibility and
Yeah.
adaptability in the ever-changing Web3 space. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, we think the complexity is, especially such as the three token model, is actually what helps us combat the uncertainties of Web3. It's
Mm-hmm.
counterintuitive in a way, but I want to delve a little on the tri token model, why we come up with three tokens. Actually, this is expanding into a lot of different things. I have to
Mm-hmm.
try something else as well later. Um, Before I go to the trial token model, I want to tell that why I spent all this time and the remodeling and everything, because this is all I can do. I'm the least qualified person in my entire team. I wasn't in game
No,
development
don't say that.
before. No, no, I wasn't in game development before that. I was in private equity, I was in management consulting, I
Mm-hmm.
was an investor, so to speak. Well, half my life, and and the only reason I wanted to keep with game development is really, well, of course, my entire life I'm a hardcore gamer and a very competitive gamer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been my dream to pursue something under my own passion. But of course, I don't want to start right out. I need capital and I need everything, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started out from business, finance, consulting, and then I grew my own assets. And then I want to realize my dream. So I found different crazy people as crazy as me to
Mm-hmm.
go on this endeavor to build an original game, an original franchise, and I found the core team members. And so really, I'm more the spitballing guy involved with business, finance, and the higher concepts of creation. The other thing I can do is really help sell my dream and help explain my dream to others to attract other users, members, and future partners, so to speak. And that's the only thing I can do. I can for my dream and my team really. And this is
Mm-hmm.
not just my passion project anymore. It's the passion project for over 30 employees, core employees here who spend 5 years of their lives here. And back to the tri token economy. It's the reason is we think two tokens, while it's great for education, for ease of understanding, you know,
Mm-hmm.
very limiting on an economic model for long-term sustainability. It limits the gameplay options and it limits the ability to expand, to balance. If you
Mm-hmm.
realize, if you're trying to balance something like a toothpick with two focal points, it's actually doable, but ultimately it requires a lot of effort. We've been trying to fiddle with the two token model in the beginning, and much like many other people, it feels very close to the solution. It feels I can balance it, but there's
Mm-hmm.
always something off. But because we are so close to it, that so many people are so close to it, the idea of a third token only adds to a chaos and a mix to it. But
Mm-hmm.
we took a step back and we look at other games and the alliance gameplay and social elements that's core to the success and longevity of many franchises. And then we look at, well, really traditional mathematic models, natural shapes in the universe. They're all
Mm-hmm.
triangle. There's three. To provide the ultimate balance, actually you need to think outside the box. Well, not outside the box, but to really try to introduce a new focal point into the equation.
Mm-hmm.
And with three tokens, with what we're trying to build here, I think we found a more sustainable. Can't claim I have the ultimate answer.
We'll have to see. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to see. But
Mm-hmm.
our models and our projections in our own understanding, limited understanding really, it's everything is new. But that gives greater balance actually. The
Mm-hmm.
liquidity pool staking mechanisms can be more complex. The gameplay mechanisms can be more complex and evolved, and it gives us great flexibility actually instead of
Mm-hmm.
chaos. So the third token, I can go into a little more detail with you guys on how it works uh, as on a more macro level. So you have the basic governance tokens and the play to earn tokens, Aperos and Enma. It runs a lot like Axie, really. And so there's breeding, and then there's playing and enhancing the values, of course. And then in Apeiron, it's like building your skill deck, so to speak, using these two tokens, so to speak, to build your single player experience, to go into the governance the arenas to earn governance tokens and fight against others. And then ultimately you team up. But how do we trigger a new cycle, so to speak? What happens? How do you build a new deck? Well, there's 12 mythology galaxies in Apeiron. All 12 of them are giant expansion packs. Sort of like the season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 13 seasons of playing decks in Apeiron. And the new seasons comes unlocked by the Alliance effort. There's GVE and GVG content. The GVE content against world bosses and dungeon raids, so to speak, will be a war effort if any of you play World of Warcraft to unlock and defeat the final boss. And then you unlock the new content, the new season of playing cards and decks, the new planets, the new equipment. And those who want to get their hands on these latest equipment and newest seasons, they have to purchase it using our third token, Regularity, in the auction house bidding system, so to speak. And it is only through this that you will be able to unlock the new seasons. And the new seasons will be very limited, just like our current presale, even more limited actually, our current Generation 0 planets. With these, the owners will be able to monopolize the new genes and to initiate an entirely new breeding cycle, relic creation to minting cycles, and age enhancing cycles, feeding back to the utility of the original two tokens and the planets themselves. And it goes under cycles. And this is our little secret, really, to know how to achieve sustainability. It's really at the core, just good old hard work. You have to work, you have to create new content, new gameplay styles, and new utility back for the original system under a scheduled events. And of course, with proper merchandising, esports, publicity, marketing, and even franchising elements, as with the back. These are the toys.
Yeah.
And storytelling, animation shots to couple with this. And then that's where you create longevity. It's through hard work. No single tokenomic system or function can achieve this. There's no easy way out of this in life. Everything has to be done with work, with dedication, and with commitment. And that's the only real answer to sustainability. And 3 tokens give us more tools, more access to achieve this dream. My God, I've babbled on forever and ever, and I did not leave anything.
No, it was great. It was great. It really shows. Sorry.
Back to you.
Oh yeah, your commitment to the project really shows. So aside from developing this for years already, you also have the 80-month vesting token. But I love that you constantly mention your willingness to grow and adapt, and make sure that there's always going to be something for the players. There's always something new for them to explore to keep them, excited for the game. I think in that way too, when you're creating like new avenues for them, you're not only keeping the current players happy, but also attracting new players to come in as well. So um, now we have so many questions. I'm not sure if you can see them, but we have so many questions from the community.
You can read them to me. Mulan.
Oh yeah, all right. Are you ready to answer some of them?
Yeah. I don't think I can break my record, but I'll still keep going. Let's go.
Awesome. So while you play there, everyone watching live, you can send in your questions, and then we'll be picking 5 questions from you guys. But for now, while you are sending those in, we have chosen 5 questions from Twitter. So this one is from Mew Xiao. So marketing is a central element for every project so that everyone knows the potential that a project can bring. What is your strategy to attract new users and investors to Apeiron and keep them long term?
Well, the marketing campaign is actually really our ultimate strategy goal. But first, in the beginning steps, we partner with I can't jinx the new cap table yet, but we're partnering with one of the best KOL. Well, they don't brand themselves as a KOL, but one of the best VCs with the best KOL networks in the space will be coming on board. And then there's also a Zombie Club. Zombie Club is my friends from college, really. But there's these alpha groups that we are reaching out to, and they will have different celebrities and KOLs to help us promote. And if you
Mm-hmm.
look at our token unlock, our token schedule, there's an area called community. It's 8%. And
Mm-hmm.
that's not just airdrops, really. We are looking for different marketing partners, community builders, KOLs, such as yourselves, Mulan, to and different funds and communities, really, to help grow our community, because we can
Mm-hmm.
all communities are the backbones of every project. And we want to build a different community here in Apeiron. If you take a look at our Discord, it's structured very differently compared with other games. It's a game in a community in itself. And I'm very proud of this community because I used to share a lot of time with them, not in seed round. Seed round I have been very negligent
Mm-hmm.
to them. But before that, I spent a lot of time in my community. I groomed them myself, and I am very happy with all the mods and everyone. They're all community
Mm-hmm.
ranked. I only started employing employees to help me with it only 3 weeks ago. Everyone before that is
Organic.
organic, and it's
Mm-hmm.
and the mods and the community is grown by itself, and I'm very proud of them. And then there's the future elements, how to create a sustainable. Well,
Mm-hmm.
there's three approaches with which we're going to go by it. The first is first we will acquire users via other gaming guilds. The gaming guilds will acquire a lot of different users and marketing campaigns for us as they grow. But then there's the physical crowd, the esports crowd. This is why our battle is highly oriented against esports. It's highly competitive, very engaging, and with random elements and balanced actually. And and the esports element, we're going huge. A lot of the partners I find in my cap tables, I target. One of the main things is esports and licensing.
Mm-hmm.
Esports is really a big thing that we're trying to go early on next year. There'll be some mini events as well this year. But the main event will come next year, and we will draw different esports crowds, and we have the partners to help us realize this dream. That's not all. If you look carefully at my pre-seed round, and there's actually a person that's highly integrated into physical gaming, physical trading cards and gaming cards industry, and that's another approach with which we will approach the gamers, the physical world. Other physical gaming options and gameplay that will evolve from Apeiron, of course, related with our NFTs. And then from there, with both esports and physical gaming elements, we will approach the the bigger gamer crowds out there. Because Apeiron, it's not just a product you can find on blockchain. It's not a product you can find, not an experience actually. It's not an entertainment experience you can enjoy, not on Steam, not on any other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very unique experience. And with this, with hopefully we'll be able to attract a good bunch of the gamers. With everyone in the community and everyone growing, we will approach from the franchise element. We'll have merchandising, we'll have storytelling, we'll have animation shorts, and we'll partner with the old world giants that several of them actually there's more angel capacity in my cap table, and we will move to franchising. Apron will become a blockchain franchise, reaching out back to the Web 2. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, we will take a grand circle around the world, and we'll always come back to Web 3 to introduce the wonders of Web 3. And by then, the metaverse will really begin to take hold, I hope. And and true and the true digital nation will be born, and Apeiron will be a part of this nation with introducing new members from the gaming side, from the franchise side, and to grow together. This is a grand dream and a roadmap, and my crazy roadmap. And I found equally crazy people in my cap table right now to help me realize this dream. And so, yeah,
That's a great answer. I really love it. It's so detailed, and it is a crazy roadmap. And you're a crazy person anyway, as you said, and your team is crazy. So um, it just makes sense that the project should also be crazy big. And we see that even if you like take a quick glance of the website, you take a look at the white paper, it is a big project, and there's just so many interesting, innovative, and unique elements to it that I really love. And yeah, I really hope that when the metaverse blows up, along with it is this project.
Oh,
Now, this
well,
next question is, sorry.
hopefully.
You're playing. Yeah. All right. So the next question is from Herbert Chandler. There are three tokens: Aperos, Anima, and Regularity. What is the function of each? Oh, I think we've covered all of these already.
Sort of.
How will you control the value of the price of the tokens so that there is no inflation?
Well, of course, we have different unique sinks into each token. For
Mm.
come on,
Oh
um,
no,
it doesn't. It
not a
doesn't.
good placing.
Um, no, it's the ability for me to I was trying on mobile version before this, and I was allowed
Mm.
to change the alignment of the shape, but not
Website is harder.
on
Yeah.
the website. It's hard. Anyway, so yes, the individual utility and the staking, of course, is how we
Mm.
control the pricing. Individually, well, for our governance tokens, I'll just give up this round. For the governance tokens, really, there's two major things. One is breeding. Breeding costs our governance tokens. And then there's relic creation, the creation of
Mm.
equipment or new genes, actually, so to speak, costs APRS. And and then for Anima, the play to earn, the use is to age your planets and to breed your planets as well. For the regularity, I can't reveal too much. I've already revealed too much. And ultimately, is the staking mechanisms.
Mm.
Staking and liquidity pool staking mechanisms that will help loosen up the sell pressure, because most people sell because when in a lot of games you see that once it's minted you can upgrade it, but upgrading is not
Mm.
necessarily a goal for everyone. A lot of people look to yields, to staking abilities to enhance their yields, and we offer different yield staking mechanisms and staking mechanisms to provide further growth generation for your investment, so to speak, and it will provide uh, incentive to hold them once they are minted on the marketplace once you own them. And of course, back to the equation, it's just good old hard work. Building more content, connecting with
Mm.
more people, connecting with more projects, building franchises, elements to invite new people, invite new utility, and this is how we control the prices and how we well, that's one more thing. It's it's what we're trying to do here is quite crazy as well. I'm trying to avoid hype, and I'm trying to avoid it by
Mm.
controlling, well, by really not using our token launch as a fundraising. It's a good
Mm.
model. It's a great model for many other projects with 20 times, 30 times, 50 times return upon launch, a lot of funds raised. But at the same time, we find that this hype, this fundraising, these hype-based model is great for fundraising, but absolutely puts a lot of pressure and ultimately destructive on the longevity of the community,
Mm.
the development team, and the token pricing itself. So we're going for a different approach, one that avoids hype, one that's more starts lower, starts smaller, starts leaner, and works it
Mm.
up with proper support and marketing. It's a different project and a different goal. So I have to say sorry to a lot of speculators. This is not something that's great for you guys to flip, and
Mm.
we're
It's
not
not a
going for
pump and dump.
we're going for a long-term appreciation approach. And
Mm.
there are many other projects out there with great tokens and great TG fundraising and couple launch everything, and you can invest there, but not Apeiron. If you want looking for speculation in Apeiron, you can move elsewhere. Apeiron
Mm.
is a different product. It's a different community, and I will try my best and do my best to protect it best I can, to find the ultimate long-term solution into my own game, into my little baby here, and to
Mm.
try something different. Well, ridicule and scrutiny will come in the beginning, but we are ready to face it, and and we're going to build something different here. And in the future, we hope this will be a good model with which other people can take a good look in the blockchain, with which good games, good franchises can be built away from the hype and away from the idea of flipping and Ponzi's and everything.
Mm.
Grand dream, but yeah, crazy people, crazy dreams.
Yeah. Now, here's another question. I think this is very relevant, especially with the hacking that's been happening with other play to earn games. So this one is from um, Christian Hart Claveria. So his question was, do you have an audit certificate, or are you working to have your project audited so that the security of the project becomes um, more reliable?
Yes, of course. Right now we're working with Certic to audit
Mhm.
our our NFT um, playing the game. Ah, why do I have crappy ones now? To audit our contracts and everything. But
Mhm.
does that mean we're hack proof? Does that build more confidence? I'd say just a little bit, especially
Mhm.
with the recent hacks and everything going on.
Yeah.
And can anyone honestly promise a model, a game that a contract that is hack proof? I highly doubt that. And
Mhm.
anyone who says that is just lying in my eyes. Nobody can prevent that. But what can we do as developers and owners and as project owners, really? Well, is to provide insurance and to provide actual compensation early, to think of
Mhm.
good compensation models that in case such things happened, that we will be able to react and compensate properly and on time. And this is where we're looking to solutions such as Certic Shield insurance models and other shadow tokens such this I came up with this term to be ready if in the worst comes to worst we will use a new token because we take
Mhm.
snapshots of this blockchain. We can compensate everything by launching a new token immediately
Yeah.
and compensating everything. Really, I think the ultimate insurance for these chains, besides the professionalism of the employees, the experience of the team, getting audited, and really listening to the auditors and finding different auditors, not just one actually,
Mhm.
ensure the contractor, but to really look into compensation and to really look into how if crap happen, how do we compensate, how do we react, and for us as game developers, traditionally, every time a bug happens or something happens, the first thing game designers do is always, how do we compensate the users? What is being
Mhm.
lost? What is the opportunity cost? How do we be fair to compensate every single one of our asset holders, the gamers themselves? And and this is the only solution I can provide for what happens in the hack.
Mhm.
Strategy or other auditing will do. This is, of course, will do what the best
Yeah.
practices there are out there, but no one can guarantee against.
Worst case scenario, yeah, at least you have a way to make sure that you still have your users at heart, and at the very core of it, you're still protecting them in a way. That's a really good answer. And
Yes.
I agree that nothing is 100% hack proof per se. So here's another great question from Vicky. Vicky, this is from Twitter. Vicky648124448. That's a lot of numbers, Vicky. Do you think Apeiron can offer really impressive graphics and UI UX better than that of other play to earn games?
Sorry, can you repeat that question? I think
Vicky is asking if
that's
you can offer.
oh my god, my is it because it's running out of battery? I think my the laptop is running out of battery. I'll have to let me close this streaming. It's
Oh yeah,
really
okay.
stuttery and please stop sharing.
Sure, I'll just remove it from the. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
So Vicky asked, can you offer impressive graphics better than other play to earn games? Because you are positioning yourself, or you are um, um, giving like value, right? You mentioned you are in it for the long term and you want this to really appreciate. So with that comes, of course, the graphics. How I think um, how can you assure that you are giving impressive graphics, better than other play to earn games?
Well, if you've taken a look at our in-game teasers and our artwork existing, it's quite different flavored. Oh, and
Mm-hmm.
I think artwork is very subjective. I really can't say I can offer better graphics. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I wouldn't say we are AAA. AAA Square, Nintendo, Rockstar, Ubisoft. Those are the AAAs. Can we offer that? We're trying to. We'll try our
Hopefully,
best.
yeah, to
There.
grow there.
But Apeiron, if you look at the dudes, the graphic style, the 3D content we're going after, well, those are all in game. This is what we're offering already. And not trying to really improve upon that, well, it's hard. Because right now, one of our major bottlenecks, to be honest, is artwork. Apeiron was not built to be a game with breeding elements in the beginning. Our core team, a lot of them are programmers, front-end, back-end, and technical developers. We don't have artists compared to many other blockchain games out there who work on the art element more. And so we're scaling up a lot bigger now in the later days. We outsource almost 30 people around in Indonesia now to artwork outsource, and we're growing our team to have more artists to keep up with our 3D art style and provide breeding variations. I don't think many games are doing that, or actually, I don't think any games are doing that. Most of them are doing it in 2D and in more simple art forms. So yeah, again, to keep up with the standards of us, we're trying to do that. And will we end our graphics further into the future? Well, we're pretty comfortable with what we have right now. And the difficulty for us to find artwork is really hard to promise that. But I hope take a good look at our in-game thesis. I hope this really speaks to the quality of the artwork that's existing. Take a look at the Medium articles. The latest one on celestial conjunction and breeding. That's a really, really cool artwork. And
it is.
It is I have to share it because this one, I'll have to shut this off. This is, I think that's what's causing the problem.
I'm sorry. Are you trying to share your screen? Oh, I think his laptop gave up. Everyone, thank you so much for sending in your questions. I am trying to read all of them and picking out the best questions. Please hold on a minute as I think he has to charge his laptop or change devices. But thank you so much for sending in your questions. And I'm seeing so many interesting questions here. I think we have 8 more, no, not 8. I think 6 more, if I'm not mistaken. So keep sending on your inquiries. And if we aren't able to answer some of your some of the things that you really want answered, you can also join their Discord. So I have them linked in the description box. So I think he's back. He's back, everyone. Let's call him in again. Oh, he's gone. Let's just wait for him. Thank you, Anne May. Noel, thank you so much for staying up with us. Anga, hello. Sual, hello. Oh, here. Final answer, everyone. He's back. Hi, we lost you there.
Yeah. I think this platform is eating out the battery. Both the Tetris and the Tetris and the streaming is. And I've been using this. I've been having 14 meetings today, and this is and so I think I forgot to charge it, or even by charging it, it's not charging fast enough. I guess the charging. So I have to use my phone right now. But anyway, I was originally trying to show you guys the artwork. But really, if you want to take a look at the quality of the art our team can shoot for, please go to our Medium articles and look at the one article called Progeniting the Mulan. If you can share your screen, I'm going to jump in.
Right. Show them the Medium, right?
Yeah, this one. Tap on the private chat and take a look at the.
Oh no! Okay, let me open it up for them. In the meantime, you can describe more about making sure. Oh yeah, they look great. Oh, I think he's gone again. Hi.
I know. I keep pressing the back button. Yeah, go to the top picture.
This one.
Yeah, tap on it. This is this is an artwork quality that I'm extremely proud of. And if you ask me, the Apeiron involves, well, of course, some real engine work that's more realistic, but of course also a very cute approach to the dudes themselves and to everyone. And I think this quality, I don't think I'm going to go past this quality. This is the one that I'm very comfortable with, and I'm forcing everyone to stick along with this. So yes, I hope that's that question. And
it did. Thank you so much. Now here's another one from Sumumi. I saw on your white paper that Apeiron NFT will be monitoring and working closely with some of the pioneers of this industry to integrate Apeiron into the emerging NFT metaverse. Whoa, that was a lot. Here's a question. Does Apeiron already have formed partnerships with other NFT metaverse projects and entities?
Yeah, but well, the only one I can reveal right now is Zombie Club, and the other ones is
secret.
Have yet to sign the SAFT. Trying to close the seed round this week actually. Once it's closed, and then I can reveal more partners, and then in the future, I'm always reaching out, so I'm always meeting new people. But the top tier projects, of course, will take time to reveal themselves, and still, even the best ones, of course, I guess it will take time for me to try and reach them. But with the people on my cap table and my coming support, I think I can reach out pretty nicely, and try to find a way to work together. It's going to be tough, but because basically the digital property rights section of the metaverse is really still under heavy development. What we can try to do is enhance our utility, starting from collabs, but really into allowing different functionality. It wouldn't be a direct port, so to speak. The technology is not there yet. You can't use one NFT directly into another system unless they're developed together.
Yeah.
The cross of art styles, the cross of technology is not here yet. But what we can do is something similar to like mutation or artwork. If you have a pixelated NFT that you want to integrate with Apeiron, I think I'm more than willing and happy to have my art team work on a transform model to fit our 3D model. I actually offer an open invitation to a lot of developers. Of course, that's as crazy as us to intending to stay in the blockchain and do that. I think this is very ridiculous in the eyes of many developers. The costs and the functions and the cases that they have to solve regarding this, and the resource cost to consume this is actually immense. Why would anyone offer that? If we look back into the fundraising and everything that's happened on the blockchain, there's a lot of funding going into everyone, more than enough actually, to develop these different art styles, to work together as a team, together on this. And we want to work on that. We're open, and it's in one of our Medium articles. We extend an open invitation for people as crazy as us to work together, well, to really spend our own resources initially, to expand the use cases for all users, for all NFT owners. It's crazy. It's economically unsound, but I think this is what it takes. This is how developers should spend their really, really giant amounts of fundraising and money to really help integrate each other. Because in the long run, although we may be competitors, but the ones that stay will count on the survival of each other to create a much more integrated metaverse and an economy.
Now, I know we answered like so many questions already, and actually during the AMA too, you were so comprehensive and you gave so much detail. Now, do you want to pick out like one last question, and then maybe we can do a fun little spin the wheel for everyone, just to say thank you to everyone who joined us for tonight's AMA. So can you pick one question, like the?
I don't know how to pick it. The problem is.
Oh, you can't see the questions. All right, so
Okay.
let's try to look for a good one. What's a good? Oh, this one. So from Kids Vincent, most projects talk about advantages, the potential that they could achieve long term. However, can you tell us more about what you think are the difficulties that you might face and how you are going to tackle those difficulties?
Well, the first difficulty is definitely the artwork. We're trying to outsource as many people as we can, but why? Because ultimately the art style of Apeiron is quite unique, and the quality we're shooting for is quite crazy, and we have a crazy art director here who wants to keep up with the quality and not give in to sacrificing quality. So yes, we're trying to onboard a lot of people to try and find an ideal mix, and it will take time for us to find the right partners and the right disciples for them, so to speak. And then it's just trying to recruit and spending resources into our development and then talent recruitment. Hopefully, with the coming announcement of our seed round, the completion of our NFT presale, we'll have more recognition in the field and we have more talents coming over. And that's one of the main disadvantages we see right now because of the quality and the it's really the quality we are shooting for, the 3D artwork, the gameplay, and the core mechanisms, is that Apeiron will move slower than a lot of other projects that's more running on a more simple single game mechanisms or simpler artworks basis to scale as fast as them. But at the same time, how we solve this is through years and years of preparation and research to find a unique product that can't be easily copied, it can't be easily recreated, and we have very little competitors in this genre. And well, hopefully there'll be more actually, because it will revive the god game genre. That's my original intention. And competition always invites breakthroughs in technologies and new stuff. And we will be happy, and we will be more than happy to evolve and adapt any way we can. And the other main disadvantage of Apeiron is, well, really the initial scrutiny that we'll be facing upon our token launch. We have some of the best backers, we have some of the most giant dreams and everything, but we may come with a very unimpressive token launch. Why isn't this 20x, 30x, 50x? Well, it's ridiculous. Well, most people would think that. We'll look at it as a different case, but we are here to stand ridicule, and it's really what I told some other developers in Europe as well. When they faced with blockchain, the old developers are really old world economies. Really, they look at blockchain like it's a Ponzi, it's a scam, it's not meant to last. It will explode anytime. But they don't look at into the technology because they are right. The space is filled with opportunists and really scammers and really people trying to take advantage of it. It really takes someone, another developer, not us, we're not the AAAs, but they're driving AAAs coming in here. And for the ones to avoid these scamming tactics, to avoid the Ponzi tactics, the fundraising, the hype, to really build a great project here. Because it is only up to those who have the right moral compass to really stay away and do what's right. And then they can take advantage of this NFT and blockchain technology. The blockchain and NFT technology is entirely free to use and can be used any way you want. If you don't want a token fundraising, if you want to avoid hype, don't let the pricing go above the ceiling. There's multiple controls in the token contracts that can prevent this. Why sit back in your comfort zone and bemoan these new technologies and stay back there? If you want to grow, if one wants to grow, if one wants to evolve, they have to stay ahead in technology and try different things. The ultimate scamming part and everything, it's up to the developers, the users, and the investors themselves to show that there can be different things available on the blockchain and to show the world that there are different projects, proper projects that's being developed here with actual use, actual utility and everything. And really, this is what it takes for us to try something different, to overcome our disadvantages and turn disadvantages into long-term advantages. And of course, what else is really just good old hard work, commitment, sticking through, and all these. The past 6 years were not easy. We weren't public developers hiding in this enclosed space and the COVID and everything, developing games, not knowing what the release will be like. It's a Hong Kong company. No Hong Kong developers developing games, and we have to stick through to push through. There's a lot of other opportunities in Hong Kong. It's a great city. Many other opportunities. You can go into art design. You can go back into normal financial programming. You can go back into other things and make a lot more better money.
But you have to take the risk.
You have to take the risk, and you have to stick through and push through to pursue your own dream, and then reach out for the bigger goal and the bigger.
Be crazy.
Because it is, because it's easy to make quick money in the Web3. But I always think that there's a much bigger and grander goal here. If we can really turn this into a franchise, into a great dream, and into this community that we're building, then there will be the real sustainability, the world paradise will be. So yes, no easy money, no easy hard work. Everything comes with hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. So yes, that's how we overcome our disadvantages at Corn, really.
That's
and
really
together
inspiring.
with equally crazy people.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
Crazy people with crazy dreams, and that's what the world needs right now. And I'm really happy that you're bringing this vision to life with that great team of yours. Again, I know you are so busy, but thank you so much for joining us today, for telling us your story and sharing with us details about the project. Do you have some announcements that you want to share?
Oh, I have, not that much. It's final words goes to, of course, thanks to Railings University, thanks to Play It Forward. It's the announcement really is in our roadmap, is in our communities, it's in our Discord. Please, if you're interested, follow it. But I want to give my final thanks to people such as Play It Forward, who placed their faith in Apeiron early. Play It Forward is one of the myriad of gaming guilds and investors out there who took a genuine interest into the gameplay of Apeiron. A lot of other ones that are really coming in late just came in because of the big name tags and everyone and the publicity or the cap table that they see. Play It Forward as a different entity. These entities that look into really projects they're not just trying to FOMO in last minute and riding on along whatever everyone's investing. They take a good look into what they want to invest and what their communities want. And this is the difference that I identify in my cap table. In the small to mid-sized gaming guilds, those who are willing to find the difference for their community, those who are trying to source something they think is valuable and not just following the trend. This is what makes the true difference. And this is why Play It Forward, being one of my most admitted into, being one of my most earliest seed round occupants, even amongst the giant VC funds that will be coming in, giant gaming guilds coming in. These are the ones I want to partner up with early and offer allocation early. And I have great expectations of Play It Forward and Railings University. And I will also work together, hand in hand, together with them to grow the communities together and to evolve. And hopefully we'll expand into something great. It's just the beginning here. And thank you for the opportunity, Play It Forward team. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, everyone on Play It Forward and Railings University. And I hope Apeiron will live up to expectations and offer a really unique experience for everyone to play. And thank you for your time, Mulan. You've been a generous host and a really very very amiable and very comforting host. And
thank you.
And I have to thank the opportunity to play Tetris here. But it was really quite an experience. Sorry for babbling on myself.
No, not at all. We love hearing you talk about it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, Mulan.
Have a great rest. I know you've had, you said 14 meetings already today. Thank you so much.
I have 2 more.
We hope to talk to you again soon. 2 more now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay.
Good luck. And
it's 12. It's still good. And so thank you for your time, Mulan. Thank you.
Thank you.
The audience and Mulan and Railings University and Play It Forward. I'll jump on your Discord soon to play games as well with your team, and hopefully come back with another AMA. They promised me this different AMA involving eating or something that I will do with the
a
Justin
mukbang.
and Play It Forward. Now that I've dodged them and then I and then I forced him. He will have to join me in the coming AMA to perform this weird AMA that we're doing. It may not be an AMA; it could be just anything fun, really. So yes, thank you for your time, and thank you really very much.
Thank
and
you.
Have fun and do the roulette, and good luck everyone to winning the whitelist and everything. And thank you for your time. I'll see you guys around.
Thank you so much. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for staying. I know it's 12:27 a.m. For some of you, it might be late. Some are just starting their day, I think, for the nocturnals there. We do have a link here posted by Railings University. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. So since we weren't able to answer all of your community questions, and I think we only chose 2 from you guys, and we have a generous prize pool provided by Apeiron. We thought that maybe we could just give it away through the Gleam link as our thank you for staying until this time with us. Thank you everyone. Nakasali na ba kayo? Press 1 if you've joined. I think you just have to click the link and then you have to enter your MetaMask wallet, and that's it. You're part of it. I have the Gleam opened here now. Wait, let me just double check. All right, so we have 11 entries. I think we're gonna choose 5 para masaya tayong lahat. MetaMask na lang po. So it doesn't matter whichever chain you choose as long as it's a MetaMask address. Kids, yes. Chosen po. Chosen once yung dalawa, and then yung sa Twitter din na napili nila will also be rewarded as our thank you for joining us today. So we have 11 entries. I think it's 12:29 right now. We'll close it ng 12:30. We'll pick 5. Mag-randomizer tayo, and I'll show it real time so that you guys know na we're not cheating or anything. So we have how many entries already? Thank you sa mga nagka-press 1. Press 1 if you've already joined the Gleam link. Thank you, Christian, and congratulations. 12 entries na. We're gonna pick 5. Kids, congratulations as well. Avi Sky, hello. Thank you for joining. I hope you had fun. We did our best to make it a little bit unique. Kaya tayo merong Tetris. Let us know if you guys like that so that we can do that on our next AMAs as well. And if you haven't joined our Discord communities yet, we have there for Railings U, for Play It Forward, for Apeiron, of course, and yours truly, Modern Mulan, if you want to be a part of that. Noel, hello. Sana manalo daw, sabi ni Mikoy. Sana nga. Ayan. Great AMA. Thank you, Angga. Maraming salamat. Noel, thank you so much. Avi Sky, hello. Ay, good morning na. Sorry. All right, I think, ayan, 12:30 na. Are you guys ready? Let's pick 5. 16. Okay. Sige, let's try. Let me just share the screen so you guys can see. Kapit lang kayo, guys. Wait lang. For a while, I love how passionate he was in describing. No? Sobrang generous niya sa mga kasagutan. I've tried other AMAs before na sobrang ikli. At least yung sa kanya, diba? Very detailed. And I know na-appreciate nyo din yan. Eto. So we have it here. Ready na ba kayo? Okay. So how many entries ang final natin? There we go. All right. So for the winners, let's draw the winners. Isa muna. Okay, let's pick 5, okay? Bella Ferreira, congratulations po. Ayan. So we have a 1,500 USDC prize pool, and it will be divided by those questions na chosen sa Twitter, sa Discord from Play It Forward, and then yung additional questions na napili natin sa chat, and then the 5 more here. So malaki-laki naman yan. Share your blessings, diba? Para happy tayong lahat. So Bella Ferreira, congratulations. You have 4 more to go. So, bakit 1 winner lang siya? How can we draw another winner? I think I have to edit it. Wait lang guys, ha? Kapit lang kayo. Sana manalo. Yes, wait lang po. Let me just edit para 5 yung winners natin. Valine, sige, salin. Ako na to. Habang ini-edit ko po siya, pwede pa kayong sumali. So, konti lang tayo. Puyatan chills. Pwede pa kayong sumali. You guys can still join. We have the link there. Someone from Play It Forward sent it. Let me just edit yung number of winners. Not sure where I can do that though. Ayun, price is 4. Ayan, okay. So we've updated it. Wait lang po. Let me share screen again. So we have 1 already. 4 pa po ang ating pipiliin. Let's draw the next winners. Draw winner tayo. Let's draw the 4 once na para masaya. Congratulations to winner, sabi ni Angga. Okay, drum rolls please. Ayan, so we have Alicia Marie Pendon. Alicia, kung nandyan ka, pagalawin mo yung baso. Congratulations po. And then we also have Erica Don and Mohammed Dimaro. Congratulations. And then for our last winner, we have Betoy. Ayan, or Francis Radi. Congratulations, everyone. Maraming salamat po. Betoy, Mohammed, Erica Don, Alicia, Bella Ferreira. So, I'll forward your info sa ating team and then sila nang bahala para sa mga rewards ninyo. Congratulations po. Sa mga hindi nanalo, don't worry. Marami pa tayong AMAs in the future and hopefully you can win and participate sa mga yon. Thank you, everyone. This has been your host, Modern Mulan. If you have any more questions, you can ping us. Pwede kayong sumali sa mga Discord natin. Again, nakalink po lahat ng yan. On behalf of Railings University and Play It Forward, this has been your host, Modern Mulan. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you had fun. Bye. Thank you.